live. Hi, everyone. It is Nicole here. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I am here with my mentee, a beautiful business partner named Alyson, and I'm so
Hi,
excited.
everyone.
Yay! Say a big hi. Where are you from, Alyson?
I'm from Melbourne in Victoria, Australia, and uh,
I love
it's
it.
cold.
It's cold. I actually have a friend that moved to Melbourne about a month ago, and she goes, I'm loving it. The fashion's great. The food's great. She goes,
Oh
but it's
yeah, oh yeah.
cold. And she was from
It
Brisbane.
yeah, yeah. We've had a very extended autumn, and it's been beautiful, and we've had sunny days, and we've been spoiled.
Yeah.
But the cold winter has just sort of arrived very suddenly. Nice icy,
Yeah.
and that's fine. We've had a beautiful long extended summer and autumn, so I'm not complaining. And
Love it.
I do love Melbourne. We get all the seasons, and that's good.
Nice.
How
Nice.
have you been, Nicole?
I've been good. I've been good. As you know, Alison, I quit my full-time job recently, and so I've had the
Yes.
last 6 weeks of working on my business solely, which is
Oh,
fantastic.
that must be wonderful to
Oh,
finally be
it's
able
so
to
different.
be so intense on it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice. It gives me more opportunities to talk to people. Um,
exactly.
Yeah, because I know when you started with us, I had to
Mm,
particularly schedule times in the evenings to chat with you because that's
I
all I had.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. You were very dedicated to do that, especially when you'd been at work. But now to have the luxury of being able to, spread things across your day, have more time to do your own business. That's fantastic. That's really good.
yeah, it's
It works
lovely.
both ways, and it works well both ways. But it's great that you're so busy and you're so far along in your business. It's great that you've got some extra time to dedicate to it because you do so many things, so many different areas. So
Thank
I'm
you.
following your lead.
I love it.
I'm a newbie. I'm a newbie. So, I look up to you and sort of, you've been a great guide for me and keep me on the straight and narrow and get me going. And it's terrific. I'm making great headroads following your
Oh,
advice. So
oh, you're
thanks
so
for your
lovely.
help you're giving me. Thanks for all the help you give me and advice. So I'd be lost without it. And it's great to have someone to turn to when I need some guidance. So
Yeah,
I'm very
I
lucky.
love that. Oh, thank you. That makes it all worthwhile too, because for me, I actually love mentoring people and helping people find their way as a digital business owner. So I actually want to say we have the amazing Leanne Hurren watching us, who is a business
Oh,
coach.
hi,
Hi,
Leanne.
Leanne. Yeah, she loves the flexibility that this business offers.
And she is amazing. I mean, she was so um, inspirational to me when I saw her when I first joined. And, it amazes me the people that you meet and that you are dealing with on a daily basis that are just there so willing to help you. It's incredible. You never
Yeah,
feel lost. You never feel on your own because there's always someone just a message away, text away, whatever, an email,
that's it.
live stream, um, that'll help you and that guides you. So that's why it's such a unique digital business. I don't
Yeah,
know of anything that's quite the same. So we're very lucky that we've all found each other.
I agree. We are lucky. We are
Yeah, yeah,
lucky. So
yeah,
you and I have just been like doing a bit of a mentee mentor
yep,
session. Um,
yeah.
like some people don't really understand what that is. So
No,
do you want to just
no.
explain, some of the things that we've been chatting about today or
Well,
what it does for you?
yeah. Well, I mean, this whole business is just phenomenal because um, the training and the courses that are available to you when you join are just um, so in depth and so thorough that you're guided every inch of the way, which is beautiful. But at times you just, and as you progress through those courses, you often need to just, follow up something with someone. They check in with you on how you're going, and guide you along the way until you are, you know, um, feeling a little bit more confident with your own business that you've set up throughout the course. So you get guided along to do it
Yeah.
every step of the way. There's not anything that you're left to have to figure out for yourself. It's quite phenomenal. So I'm through all of that uh, coursework and moving forward now in the business. And so these live chats with Nicole and with Leanne really, really help because they just put you back um, into the zone. You just sort of got that extra support there. You can ask questions, just get reassured that you're doing things correctly. Because
Yeah.
sometimes when you're working on your own at home, you're like, but you've always got someone you can just quickly check in with. So
Yeah.
that's a really, really great support to have that network there all the time. People really, it's the sort of business where people actually really want to see you succeed. There's
Yeah.
no, um, you know, everybody's behind you and everybody's working with you, and it's a very it's like almost like a family, I guess, isn't it, Nicole? It's like
For
a big
sure.
family.
I definitely
Everybody
say
cares
that.
for each other, and not
Yeah.
just in the business, but everybody cares for each other in their um, what they're doing in their lives. People become very aware of each other's, families and activities, hobbies, all that, and
I know
people
we were
really,
just talking about your
yeah,
grandson and then me
yes,
singing rock
people
and
know, and
roll and going to
yeah,
class. Yeah.
and we do, and in the chats as well. It's not just all business. There's always, updates on what your life's like and what's happening, and we have a laugh and it is just like a big family, I think. But we get work done at the same time,
I love it. I
and we
love it.
reap the rewards.
Yeah. And with that sort of training too, like it's video-based training. So when you're saying it's so
Ah,
comprehensive, it's step by step. So when I
it's
talk to
just
people, I say,
oh,
watch it,
yeah.
try and do it. If you
Mm,
can't do it, watch it again, press pause and keep doing it
no,
as the steps
yeah,
go because it is
yep.
really step by step training.
Oh,
But even
step by
me,
step. Yep,
yeah,
yep,
I've been around for 4 years and I still
yeah,
need people just to go, "Oh, yeah, that sounds good,"
yeah,
or,
yeah.
"Oh, I don't know. I don't know,"
And the great thing I was saying, to you before,
Mm,
I'll get to a point somewhere else further down the track in my business on with my
mm,
business page and think, oh, now hang on, I must, and I can go back. Everything is there still all the time, ready for you to refer back to on the smallest detail and just refresh your training. And so it's just,
yeah,
it's like the Bible of the digital business for us because you can just and it's constantly being added to and revised and anytime anything needs to be updated, they make
yeah,
sure that it is because it's just always working well for us. So it's quite
it
an
is,
amazing system, I have to say.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what brought you, like, because I know you clicked on my ad, what brought
Mm.
you to click on that ad and go, "Oh, I wanna know a bit more?"
Oh, yeah. Bad times. No, not really. I'm a school teacher of nearly 40 years of teaching primary and retired, and when I had to retire because my husband was unwell, and so
Mm,
I was a carer. I've been a carer for many years with him, and
yeah,
that was difficult. And I think I felt like that I lost a little bit of my own identity in that time. I
mm,
mean, you're so busy doing what you're doing, caring, that it's not really very viable to be doing much else. But I did get restless,
yeah,
and you want to do something, but you can't leave the home, and you have to find a way. And eventually,
mm,
put my husband into care because he needed full-time care, and so that sort of got me thinking I needed something that just sort of fulfilled my desire to. Sure, I'm retired, but I wanted something that I could do from home, and I could do it in my
Mm.
own time, my time frames that suited me the most in the day or the
Yep.
evening, and uh, still allowed me to enjoy my retirement and hobbies and all of that. And I'd searched. I reckon I searched online for almost up to a year, looking for
Wow.
something that sort of
Wow.
satisfied uh, my desire to work in the digital business world, and things, just a lot of disappointments, a lot of things that I thought were going to be good and weren't. And I did try lots of things, but no, I just kept thinking, no, I'm barking up the wrong tree. It's not for me. But
Mm.
then I sort of accidentally, I guess, I don't quite know how, I sort of stumbled across your ad, and I don't know, something just clicked, and I thought, this intrigues me. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just sort of had to look for it. Was different. It was something was
Yeah.
different. Okay, so
And here you
got
are.
into had a little bit of a look at things, and got into the webinar, and learnt a lot about how things worked, and thought, I reckon
Mm.
I could have a go at this. I reckon this is me. I reckon this is going to suit me. So yeah, I was nervous, and I was a little bit apprehensive, but once you get going, and people are so lovely, and everybody's so supportive, and there's no areas where you can sort of fall away and not be collected again by the next the next message, or the next whatever, the next course. You feel very confident, and you feel very secure, and things like setting up my business, I wouldn't have had a clue. I'm not, I've taught, but I've never looked at that. And this program guides you through every inch of the way, every step of the way. It's technical, but it's all there in front of you, and all you have to do is follow what they recommend you do, and you're guided with that, and it's just all of a sudden it's all happening. So
And it's
quite
all happening.
amazing. Still can't believe it's actually that I'm doing this, really.
Yeah, look,
But
I mean, and I've looked at your
it's
page and,
yeah.
it's like, oh, you haven't been doing it for very long. There'll probably be 50
Mm,
people
mm,
following your page. You've
mm.
already got over 700 people following your page. You already have a
Yeah,
following, and you look at
yeah,
me and you go, "Oh, but I don't know how I did that." And
no,
like you're just following the process. So I just
yeah,
want to
yeah.
congratulate you for doing that.
And as you go along with your business, and start building your page, and you're building your sort of your profile, and you're showing yourself. You want to show yourself for who you are, and what your interests are, and um hopefully people see you as the person you are, and get something out of looking at your page, and following, and realizing what you've done, and knowing how you've got to where you are today, because everybody comes to something like this from a different perspective. There are
Yeah,
people that have joined that are young mums, or there's people that are retired. There's people who are working in a job they hate, or it just doesn't suit their family, doesn't suit their way of life that they want to have, and
yeah,
they need to look for something that is more flexible, and it's going to give them more satisfaction, more time to do the things they want to do. And um, that's why this is an amazing business, because it actually covers the full gamut of
yeah,
the sort of people who may well be searching for something. It doesn't matter what job you've been doing prior, or what your knowledge is
yeah,
about business, because it caters for you, but it also gives you the benefits of, once it's up and running, gives you the benefit of being able to do it from wherever. You
yeah,
can, I can chuff off down to the coast when I like now, and with my trusty computer under my arm, and I can do
yeah,
stuff from down there, or I can you know go overseas if I chose. But it's such a mobile job. It's great.
Yeah.
And you can be doing it at 3 in the morning if you need to be. It's fine. You work
No,
around your
I
own.
do tend to find I get inspired late at night lately.
I do. Yeah, often I do, or really early in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just funny. Something will come to you and you think, oh, I'll get on and have a little bit of
yeah,
a dabble.
yeah.
So um, it's a
I
little
love
bit
it.
infectious.
Yeah. And,
It's a
like,
bit
there's so
infectious.
many people all across the world, all different
Mm,
nationalities that
right.
do this. Like, there's over 220,000 people in our business community, and there's,
I was talking to you before about that. We we just had Gather and Grow in Melbourne, which was a first for me, not for you guys. Nicole was, emceeing, but I just couldn't believe that there were people from everywhere,
yeah,
all of the world, that had come to that, and it sort of blew my mind because they were all there telling us their success stories, and
yeah,
I was just so inspired and just gobsmacked, really. So
yeah. They actually
um,
say because our business has been put so well together, the only way for you not to succeed in business is to stop.
well,
So
that's right, and that might sound silly, but it's true because you can't you're not going to not succeed.
yeah,
um, as you say, unless you just stop and don't make any effort, because it is an incredible system that just keeps
mm,
building and building and building on your effort,
yeah,
which I find quite staggering. So
yeah, and you learn,
and
like,
everybody's so happy. Like that conference, everybody was so upbeat and positive and um excited and
yeah,
motivated because people are seeing such great results. And some of the success stories, wow. I was blown away. Some of the
yeah,
people that got up to speak who've come from pretty incredible, backgrounds. Um,
yeah, tough
some,
life, yeah,
some difficult sort of, situations, and they've taken that leap and have moved forward in this business and are just, you know, amazing. They're just preaching it to the rest of us now because
yeah,
they want to keep encouraging us to move, stay focused because, they're the proof. You look at them and think,
yeah.
well, if they can do it, surely I
Well, if
can.
they can
But
do it, surely
I
I can.
know.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
And people
awesome.
people people can do this business alongside another business. You don't have to be doing it
Mm,
just solely. A lot of people do it just doing a couple of hours a day to keep it
yeah,
going along. So it can be a second source of income if that's what you're looking for.
yeah,
And you
it's
can work
awesome.
work that as well. And maybe
Yeah,
like you, Nicole, finally retire to just
that's it.
enjoy doing this because you've, been able to say goodbye to your full-time job and it's, enjoy being a mentor and
Yeah,
getting
I do,
people going. Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah. So, it just there's kind of like there's no limit really to whatever or however you step into this business because it's for everybody. It sort of
It
suits
is.
it suits pretty much any as I say, any job background, any sort of training that you've had. There are people that have had professional careers, a lot of
Mhm.
professional people. It's not, that have decided to, move into something like this because, you know, life's life's pretty tough when you're in a profession and maybe you're looking at sort of, easing down into retirement and not wanting to work quite um, as long in the career that you're in. So it's a great way to
Yeah,
perhaps, have that transition. That's the word I'm looking for, into
yeah,
retirement because and then you can continue it when you are retired and
yeah,
do it as much or as little as you wish. But I think a lot of people like the sound of that because some
of
people just
course.
find commuting and having to, put children into care and miss a lot of those special moments with your
Mhm.
family. Because you've got to travel it with your work or go commute into work, and The idea of working from your own home and in your own time, and being able to, you know, uh, mix it with
Yeah.
family events is pretty special. Pretty special.
Yeah, it's very cool. And like Leanne's just popped up a bit here, there's people that don't even know how to turn on a computer that are
Yeah, of
now
course.
successful in their business. And
Mm,
people that didn't even know how to send an email. So if you're
no,
someone that is coachable, this is a really great business for you because we're
yeah,
here to
yeah,
support you. And like right now, I'd like to invite people who are watching to reach out to Alyson or myself, and
mm,
we'll give you a link, or we can get some details from you so you can find out more
yeah.
about business, because
They can watch that great webinar.
they
Yeah.
can watch that great webinar. And we have a special webinar happening next week that we'd like to invite people to. So just contact us, reach out on our DMs, send us a message, and
Yeah.
we would love to show people this system. Doesn't cost you anything to have a look, see what it's like. If it's for you, fantastic. If it's not,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Mm.
At least you've taken the chance and had a look. So,
Yeah, and there's more testimonials in there too when you pop in and have a look at the
yeah,
webinar. You can
it's so
see
good.
some more testimonials of people that have from all sorts of all walks of life who
Yeah,
are telling us their story and their
their
background. So
story. Yeah.
they were
Well,
interesting
Alison,
too.
thank you so much for today, and I hope that you've enjoyed your first live interview.
Yeah, it's been good fun. Yeah,
Good
I
fun.
get a lot
Awesome.
out of these. I get a lot of our chats. You get a lot of inspiration to get back to
Love it.
my own desk and get myself, chuffing along. So I get
Love
inspired.
it.
So it's good.
I love it. We will catch up with everyone again soon, and
Yeah.
hope you all have a fantastic day. If you want more info, pop in the chat info, and Alison and I will get back to you. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone.
Thanks, Nicole. It's been great. Good on you.